Woodhouse went all 11 legs. He had an average of 87 to his opponent's 97, but managed to win 59. The last leg decider, following up a much more comfortable opening victory against Wesley Harms. That was 6-1 to the UK Open and US starts champion.
177.
177 to tee up the double 12.
133. Game shot.
Which he pins to take the first leg. Dedecker himself has seen off Aaron Beanie and Danny Noppert. In fact, he's producing
99
across a couple of matches better stats than Aspinall. He's had one more maximum, 7 for MDD.
134.
Has a tournament average of 99, although Aspinall's 93.5 is severely reduced
60.
by that scrappy win against Woodhouse in the previous round.
$134. 180.
That's number 8 for the afternoon. For Dedecker, who reclaimed his tour card by winning outright
180
on day 2 at the European qualifying school. Has managed to get to the
134
second round a couple of times this year, but this is as far as he's got in any tournament so far from the opening events of 2020, and it might be as far as he goes, because Aspinall has made a very strong start to this. 2-0 up. If he were to continue playing at the same standard for the rest of the match, he would break that streamed average of 125. And that average is going to remain the same after that visit. But I say that with my
58.
tongue pressed firmly against my cheek. I'm well aware that it is just a couple of legs.
100.
Did give a glimpse of the kind of stratospheric stuff that he's capable of.
57.
Aspinall, when he had that 117 average against Peter Wright in Barnsley, he said that he wasn't even aware that he could play that well. Maybe he's a man with newfound confidence. Certainly had a swagger on stage against MVG on Thursday night.
58.
Topped the ton mark in a 7-5 win as he brought to an end the
60
unbeaten start for the Dutchman, the world number 1.
140.
Well, 116 on offer, but he has 6 starts to do it if he needs them.
Game shot.
Of course he doesn't need them. Jamie Lewis has done it again. We saw him win his first
140
match of the year here on Stream 2 earlier today when he beat Michael Smith. He's gone and seen off another one. Jeff Smith in round 2, a 6-4 win for Lewis, who has enjoyed success against the Smiths. And heaven knows they're
100.
miserable now. But what a day it could be for Jamie Lewis, a confidence-building brace of victories.
60.
As for Aspinall here, well, he's a man playing at the very top of his
91.
confidence, isn't he? Overflowing with self-belief.
123.
Unable to leave a finish as a result of the loose starts.
130.
Missing the treble with the second dart there might just have helped him because it took away the temptation to throw for the ball. 94. He could have left himself just 2 darts at double had he done so. Instead he gets 3 and he needs them all.
20.
He needs more. But between missing those and having more, he needs Aspinall to miss, and he doesn't do that very often of late. Bullseye.
59.
He's missed the bullseye.
Game
a
shot.
let off for De Decker, but a let off that came with a warning. If you miss, I'll be waiting.
59.
Scott Mitchell is through to the 3rd round. He's beaten John Henderson 6-3.
96.
We'll keep my eye on results and try and bring them to you as they come in. The 3rd round underway across most boards. 16 of them in play simultaneously around the
95.
arena at Robin Park. Just board 13 where we're still waiting for the 2nd round. In fact, it has just finished with Damon Heta beating Justin Pipe
135
by 6 legs to 3.
$100.
Well, had that final dart found the treble 20, he'd have left himself on a finish. Mike De Decker.
88. $135.
Aspinall missed a dart at the bull for an 84 checkout in the last leg. This time he doesn't have to bother
75.
with the bull because the treble availed him a dart at double 5, which he missed. That avails De Decker 2 at double 12, and he needs only 1. And all of a sudden he's right back into this contest. Now, I have been telling you throughout the course of the last hour or so that these seeds have been tumbling in the 2nd round. Well, thanks to
100.
Jamie Cameron on Twitter using the hashtag PDC Pro Tour for pointing out that 13 seeds lost in round 2.
86.
Seedageddon in the 2nd round here in Wigan, including the likes of Ian White, Dave Chisnell, Darryl Gurney, James Wade, Joe Cullen and Adrian Lewis. All knocked out in the 2nd round, blowing the
58.
tournament wide open, and we could well be on course for a 12th different winner from the last 12 Players' Championship tournaments.
100.
Michael van Gerwen, of course, still in the field, but if Michael van Gerwen were to
93.
win it, he would be a 12th different winner in the last 12 Players' Championship tournaments. As would Peter Wright, but
95.
he did win the double before that. Before the weekend pool,
94.
when everybody expected him to have a big say, didn't go on to take the title. As De Decker has missed a big number.
74.
And now Aspinall has his signature shots, the one that won him the UK Open. Not going to happen here.
58.
So De Decker looking to clean up the mess that he made, but now he's made more of a mess.
Game shot.
Before eventually salvaging the situation. Apologies that Peter Wright wouldn't be a new winner in the last 12, would he? He did pick up the very last title of last year. That escaped my attention.
$180.
This leg is not escaping my attention. To kick off leg 7.
140.
Aspinall the first to falter.
$100.
But he has kept himself in pole position. De Decker may well have needed a 9-darter to win this leg.
81. 100. 60.
Well, he decided not to gamble on 2 double tops there. De Decker needs treble 17 and then the bull.
96.
Couldn't find the latter part of the equation. So the Asp, having set up this shot, will look to bounce that off the barrel.
Game shot.
Or flick it off the flights. And regain the lead in this tie.
140.
The next match here on Stream 2 will feature the winners of a couple of matches going on right now. There might be a slight delay before the last 16 match gets underway here. It will be the winners of the matches, the board finals from boards 1 and 2. Potentially Michael Van Gerwen against 100. Rob Cross. Van Gerwen has to beat Christian Bunzer first, and Rob Cross needs to see off Luke Humphries. He leads that match 3-2, Cross.
134.
Van Gerwen against Bunzer is just getting underway. That match between Cross and Humphries is on over on Stream 1 with Dan Dawson, so if this one finishes first, you're more than welcome to switch streams and catch the end of that tie. But yeah, there may be a 15-minute or so break in play. Don't worry if nothing appears on your screen, just be patient.
59.
And the players will take to the hockey.
$90.
Well, tidies up to leave himself on tops. Have to give
57.
a lot of credit to Mike De Decker here, because Nathan Aspinall is playing at the level that we have come to expect from him, averaging around 103. But De Decker right up there with him. 4 apiece.
140.
Great first start. Excellent second.
140.
And the third was unfortunate. Could just see by the angle that it landed that it deflected.
140.
Benito van der Pas is enjoying a bit of a run this afternoon. He's now through to the last 16.
95.
Another player who's been out of sorts and out of form for some time, but he's beaten Jason Lowe 6-3 to move into round 4. He joins Willie O'Connor, who's enjoyed a 6-1 win against Jista van der Waal. One of the players from the Challenge Tour, filling up the spots in the absence of some of the tour card holders. We'll return to the results in a moment, but Mike De Decker here has a real chance
55
to put himself in the driving seat in this tie. He's got 2 darts at double 16 to do it.
Game shot.
Well, what a leg of darts that is. A dozen dart break, and De Decker now serving for the match. In that win against Jason Lowe that I just mentioned for Benito van der Pas,
96.
Big Ben averaged 108. But it's nothing like the figures that have been produced by Devon Peterson, who I mentioned had a 6-0 win against Stephen Bunting in the second round. Well, he's just seen off Niels Zonneveld 6-3 with 112 average in the third. Some huge numbers being hit. A huge number hit there by Mike De Decker, and it might be the huge visit that earns him a huge win.
140.
And Steve Lennon's hit a 9-darter here. It's all happening.
85.
Lennon's 9-darter coming in the 4th leg of his match against Kai Fan Leung.
51.
Well, that misses a bit of good fortune for Aspinall because it's left him on the big fish. It's his finish, it's his thing, and he needs it to stay alive
78.
here. Oh wow. Oh wow, what is going on? Oh, he's done it as well. 170 checkout under the largest amount of pressure possible. His opponent waiting to end the match. And Aspinall lands 170 to stay alive and force a last leg shootout. This boy has got some guts. Well, it's all happening here in Wigan. 9 darters, 170 finishers, astronomical averages. It might not have the bright
60.
lights, the big stage and the big crowds, but boy do we get some delightful darts on the Pro Tour. 4 men already through to
55.
the last 16. Peterson, Van der Voort, Van der Pass and O'Connor. And has that magical finish
58
proved to be the shot that sees Aspinall join them? Or is there yet another twist in the tale of this match?
58. $45.
Well, neither player has managed to find a treble with the first 9 darts. The collective cheer goes up from the viewers at home. And Nathan Aspinall will just be relieved that his opponent had followed suit, because he could have been in a perilous position just like the last leg.
57.
De Decker failing to find a big treble in a dozen darts, and Aspinall can just wander to the finish.
174.
Well, busters, aren't they? Like busters, Nathan.
$96.
Better late than never. It's a simple double 8.
Game shot.
That wins the match for Aspinall, but in truth it was the 170 that did the damage. What a shot that was in the previous leg. A huge, huge check out with Mike De Decker on a 2-darter to knock out the UK Open champion. But Aspinall, who is feeling so confident, piled in the biggest finish of the lot to force a decider, and then won it to book his place in the last 16. As I said, there will be a slight delay now while we wait for matches from other boards to be completed. Rob Cross leads Luke Humphries 5-3. Michael van Gerwen is 2-1 up against Christian Bunzer. The winners of those 2 matches will go head to head here in probably around 15 minutes time.